Hello, we'd like to welcome you to the CST 311 online course, Introduction to Computer Networking. I'm Hal Millen, and I'll be working with Chandrika Satyavolu as your instructors for this class. Our TA for this class is Howard Aguilar. We'd like to start with a reminder that our course orientation will be on this Saturday, April 25th, from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. We'll be going over the class material and would like to get your preferences and hear some feedback on the class. This is an opportunity for us to meet you in person. To join the orientation meeting, click on the Zoom icon above the News and Announcements forum on iLearn. There are slides and agenda for this get-together. Students who attend will get 10 points extra credit. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday. The class consists of 8 weeks. We start next week and the class ends on the day of the final exam on Saturday, June 20th. How does the class work? It is like the other online courses you've taken. New material is out each Wednesday. We have a short video intro for each week. Start each week by viewing this video first. It goes over what we'll be doing that week and also has important information on dates, schedules, and other things that are going on with the class. The video is short, about 3 or so minutes, although as the class progresses, they may be a little longer, maybe 5 minutes or so, as more things are happening with the class. The class is structured based on a week for 8 weeks. The week starts on Wednesday and ends on Tuesday. There's a reading assignment and textbook for each week. Generally about a chapter per week. There are a number of videos that go with the reading. There's a chapter quiz and chapter homework assignment, 1 or 2 lab assignments, and a journal entry due each week. All of that is due by midnight the following Tuesday. There are also programming assignments that are due every other week. We came up with a schedule to better accommodate your time, as it incorporates the weekend in the middle of the schedule. The textbook is by James Carosa and Keith Ross. Make sure you get the 7th edition, as the reading assignments identify the pages to read. So if you have the wrong edition, the pages may not match. The rest of the class materials are all on iLearn. As briefly stated earlier, there's hands-on work in this class. There are 4 programming assignments to demonstrate network functions. There are network diagnostic labs using a program called Wireshark, which captures network traffic and allows you to look under the covers at different network applications. There are other labs using a product called Mininet. This allows you to create and emulate networks. This will give you hands-on experience with virtualization. You'll also gain experience with a new paradigm in networks, software-defined networking. The course is somewhat Windows-centric. We have Windows machines, but we don't have a Mac to test out possible comparable commands. There will be 4 programming assignments where working with teams will be required. Python is the language used. For Mininet, we'll be using a virtual machine. This requires you to have a PC with 4 gigabytes of memory. Here's a reminder to get started on Lab 0 early. Some students have had difficulty getting Mininet installed initially. This is typically related to the PC configuration. Finally, there are worksheets each week on iLearn. These are problems that help on the assignments that have similar problems. The worksheets are not graded. They are for your use only, but we highly recommend that you work on them. There are 3 forums. The first is the news and announcements from the TA and instructors. The second is a discussion forum. And the third is questions for the TA and the instructors forum. The news and announcements from the TA and instructors are for important announcements on the class. Only the TA and the instructors can post to this forum. The discussion forum is for students to post questions, ideas, feedback, and to have discussions about the class. If you have a question, post it on the discussion forum first, so that other students have an opportunity to provide an answer as part of peer learning. Also, an important skill to develop in the technology field is the ability to diagnose and troubleshoot problems. Having the opportunity to answer questions that come up is a good way to practice. To encourage more participation, you'll get extra credit for posting questions, and points are awarded for the answers. While the TA and instructors monitor the questions and answers and will participate and elaborate on questions in the discussion forum, if you want further discussion with the TA or the instructor, then post a more specific question in the questions for the TA and instructors forum. Grading is based on a 100-point scale. The chapter quizzes, chapter assignments, labs, programming assignments, plus the midterm are worth 15 points each. The final is weighted a little higher at 20 points. The journal makes up the final 5% of your grade. Here's a letter grade breakout. Note on late assignments, there is a penalty of 15% for each day late. None are accepted if more than 2 days late. So here are some important dates. The midterm will be held on Saturday, May 23rd, and the final will be held on Saturday, June 20th. Requests to reschedule these tests for individual student will require a note from the doctor. Extra credit can be earned several ways. In the discussion forums, extra credit is awarded for questions, answers, and discussions. There are also extra credit labs and extra credit work in some of the programming assignments. You can also get extra credit for helping us correct any mistakes that you find. The extra points from the extra credit are added to the final grade calculations, and you can move up a grade, for example, from a B+ to an A- or a D to a C-. And as I said before, you get 10 points extra credit for participating in Saturday's orientation. Note, these slides are only a summary. You need to read the course curriculum and schedule to get the details. The syllabus also talks about a very important schedule on academic integrity, submitting your own work, and the penalty and disciplinary actions for plagiarism. I'd like to give you a little background on your instructors. Chandrika Sachavalu is an assistant professor at CSUMB. She is the current instructor for the on-campus class for CST 311. She has 5+ years teaching at the university level, and she has additional experience as a software test engineer and a software quality assurance person. She has a PhD in computer science from the University of Oklahoma, a master's in computer science from San Jose State, and a bachelor's degree in computer science, a BS from the Dhirubhai Ambani Institute of Information and Computer Technology. I spent the majority of my career in the IT field. I've had various positions as an IT executive, an IT systems manager, and network engineer. I consider myself very fortunate because I have thoroughly enjoyed this career. As an enterprise IT manager, I have overseen the installation, upgrades, operations, and maintenance of 24/7 data centers. I also was significantly involved in the implementation of one of the largest smart card issuance systems in the world. I have 8 years of experience teaching computer network and security classes at CSUMB. I've been certified as a Cisco Network Academy. I received my MS degree in electrical engineering from Stanford University and my bachelor's degree from the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. That's enough about us. So for this week, read the course syllabus and review the course schedule. Check the slides and the agenda for Saturday's orientation. Attend the course orientation on this Saturday, April 25th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. We look forward to meeting all of you.